Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's good. That good start. Cheers, Chapman. That's good. Joe, do you want to kick this off or?
I think we've already kicked off, mate. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? You
You did
okay?
record.
Hope you're well, folks. So this is first podcast of the year, and we are joined by three guests who we did a podcast with in what year was it? 2021?
Yeah.
20?
Must have 2021.
I think it was
3 years
lockdown.
ago, yeah.
It was
I think it was
2020.
lockdown.
100%
Yeah.
2020.
It was
Well,
when we had enough time to, spend an hour doing this.
Yeah, just
four,
chatting shit.
4 years ago. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we were in very different situations as well. I was still at university in a fucking dorm, essentially, recording on my laptop, and I had a shit webcam, and probably about 20 kilos on me, more than I have now as well. So that's good.
I look back at that video and I look thin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked Amish because I hadn't shaved my beard in about 6 months.
Amish Thorburn. That was one of my favorite looks, to be fair.
That was an era. That wasn't. You were doing a lot of podcasts with us at the time, Jack, and there was a few where you just took off your fucking top and started doing a pose down on the fucking podcast for some reason. I don't know what compelled you to do that. But...
Why does that not surprise me in the fucking slightest?
I'm sure it was encouraged. It was...
Yes, of course. That's how we get the views.
Positive reinforcement, yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know what we're going to title this podcast at this point.
We're back. It's going to be we're back for the third time in a row.
after all our hiatus.
Quite well. Yeah.
Fucking nice. So what's going on, guys? Who wants to kick off? How's things?
Come on, Forbes.
Yeah, go on,
Thorburn. You got the most.
Well, the thing is, where do we start? Do we start from when we left off in 2020?
Yeah, fuck it.
How long do you want to be here?
Condense it.
Yeah.
I'm living the dream in Costa del Rotherham at the moment, about 2 minutes from the gym, so ideal. I get to see the beautiful AJ Morris on a daily, so that's basically why I'm here. Not a lot going on aside from that, really, just training, sorting my life out. You know, what more could you want?
What would you class as sorting your life out, Forbes?
Oh, how deep do we want to go, chappers? But
all the way with you.
Prepped in 2022, took a lot out of me on all fronts, as some of you are aware. So just sort of getting on top of all those things, and basically just want to enjoy life, training, coaching. That's sort of it.
Coaching's been making a come up, bro, in the last month because
I do notice your likes on all the stories, basically saying, keep pushing this. I do see it, and I know.
Love that.
It works, funny enough.
It does. It does.
What about you, Chapman?
In short, that's me.
Cool.
Since 2020, Jesus Christ, fucking hell. Where do you start?
It's even more than me, you.
Yeah, prep, failed relationship. It was all over social media. Love it. Moved from, I think I've been in 4 different fucking places. Back in the ends, back in Brum city centre at the moment. And living between a couple of places and that. Training took a bit of a dive towards the back end last year, but I'm back. I'm fully back on it at the moment.
Good to see it.
Which is good. But just coaching has been the emphasis for 4 years pretty much since that, which has been fun. Yeah, that's really it, isn't it, really?
Fucking A. AJ?
To be fair, I think I'm probably the most boring because I don't think a huge amount has changed since 2020. Pretty much the same. Living in the same place, going to the same gym. Everything's the same. Relationship the same. Same old stuff. I think the only sort of big thing has been kind of the fact that MBW started, and that's become a whole different aspect of my life. You know, not just coaching, but also managing people that have got to do shit, managing the site, managing video content, loads of that jazz. But it's been...
and also, you are now recognised as the #1 natural bodybuilding coach in the world.
Mate.
Well, let's be honest.
It's a very nice thing to say, but
He's blushing.
there's a lot of other
I'll
people
say
that are
it,
doing a
so-
great job. There's a lot of other people that are doing a great job. But it's nice if I'm up there, then that's great. That's great with me. That's good with me. But yeah, and obviously that from a coaching standpoint, I think to be fair, 23 was quieter than 22. 22 was just fucking wild. There was a huge amount of people on stage, especially at the end of the year. You know, Jermaine, you know it yourself. Jack, you know it yourself. So yeah, that was a sick year. 24's probably in between the two, and then 25's looking like kind of a bit of a version of 22, to be honest. So yeah, but loving life, things going well with training for the most part, working around a few niggles, but that's kind of by the by. At this stage, I'm like bound to get some with the way that I like to train. So just got to work around them and hopefully on stage potentially this year. If not, then next year. So that's my plans.
Fuck yeah. Nice. What about you, Joe?
So restarted uni since the last one, finished uni. Coaching taken off, moving away from sports specific based coaching and team sports and athletes and whatever. Working with more Gen Pop, both PT, so in the gym and online. And yeah, pretty much still in Birmingham. Get to see Chapman's wonderfully tanned face all the time these days. Yes, don't worry, bro. I'll suck your balls a little bit.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, so you what?
Nothing.
Yeah, so pretty much just focused on business, done my education now, for now at least. And yeah, pushing forward, working more. So yeah.
Hell yeah. What's new with me? Fucking did a prep. That was a whole thing.
Yeah, we didn't ask, mate.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, Chapman. All right.
So,
I mean, speak my
what's new
piece.
with me?
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I finished uni. Moved away as well, similar to Joe, because me and Joe did the same degree.
Yep.
Moved away from sports specific a little bit more now. And yeah, started actually coaching, like actually online coaching, actually starting a business, actually pushing forward with that. Yeah, actually do it. Obviously did a prep, been in off season for about a year now, broke my fucking back a couple of times last year, as you do. Which was fun. And then
you ever find out what that really was, Jermaine, or not?
Spinal,
yes. But,
yeah.
like,
yeah, I'm like Ronnie
Coleman
Coleman now. Ronnie Coleman just got fused vertebrae at this point. No, fucking
Changing categories next year, Jermaine.
Say again.
Changing categories next year.
Yes, it's gonna have to be. Can't load the low back, sadly. No, from what I gather, what we basically figured out was it was just my core just basically disengaging, like switching off. So anytime essentially my core disengaged, because I actively have not done core work to be honest since I started training, like not consistently, like a dickhead. Because I'm like, yeah, who needs to train abs, bro? Who needs to do that, bro? And anything around that I've just ignored. So actually doing stability work, actually following a routine for that, and basically just putting myself in the position where next time I misgroove a deadlift, it's not going to fucking destroy my spine, basically.
I think this is my issue as well, actually, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm being serious. Like,
oh, really?
If I pull from the floor, my back is done. And I'm like, when did the last train abs? 2016?
No, bro, you've been doing weighted leg raises.
No, I've been doing more.
Good job.
I've been doing more.
Isn't it funny how, like, for a bunch of people in the fitness industry, we just actively almost seem to avoid training abs? Isn't that fucking weird?
Yeah, it's shit. It's boring as fucking. It gives me crap.
It is shit. Yeah, don't do it. Who would bother? No, I've actually fixed it basically at this point. I can now get through 2 sets with a moderate amount of weight and not like feel any discomfort at all. Can't feel it at all.
Good.
So pretty happy where I'm at now, and I can actually fucking crack on with my off season without any issues and not worrying about, doing any compound essentially. And yeah, the goal is 2025 and I'll be moving into heavyweights.
Big boy class.
Yeah.
Big boy.
I know. Can't wait. I mean, relatively. I was already, I think, a kilo into heavyweight in 2022. So I've not really got a fucking choice.
You are.
Yeah, got to do that now. So fingers crossed I don't look tiny on stage. But yeah, that's me.
What's Thorburn laughing at?
You twat. As soon as he said heavyweight, it was. And then I was the only one that clocked it, so I'm giggling, and I can see him giggling as well.
What the fuck am I supposed to say?
I'm joking, bro.
Oh,
I mean,
what am I supposed to
Open
call?
class. Open
oh,
class.
it's fucking hell, angry heavyweight as well. Jesus.
I'm not even on gear. Dear me.
Listen now. I've got a question for the podcast.
Yeah.
Just
Good,
for
good, because we haven't got any.
Yeah, we got nothing.
if
Yeah.
we look back at the last one 4 years ago, who has aged the most? Thorburn
Ooh.
looks exactly the same.
Definitely not me.
Yeah.
No,
Definitely
it's
not.
not
Okay.
Forbes.
Yeah, Thorburn.
Jermaine, you look more mature.
I
Yeah.
think so. I think the thing is that what would you say my age is?
I ain't got a clue.
How
It
old do I
depends.
look?
Right now,
Yeah, how old do I actually look?
24,
24.
25?
Early 20s.
Oh, I'll take that. Fucking A. Yeah,
How old are you?
24 years old. I'm 24.
24.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'll take that. That's a win.
I'm the oldest, aren't I?
yeah.
Yeah.
think
God
so.
bastard. Yeah.
How old are you?
That's my birthday next week. I'm going to be 32.
32. Jeez.
Yeah.
I thought you were actually younger than 32, to be fair.
Not
Thanks,
a day over 25, Chapman. Not a day
Thanks,
over.
mate.
Yeah.
32. Wow.
He's got to that point now. You can smell him when he walks in the gym. He just smells like deep heat.
Smells over 30.
Joints.
He
Just
smells like
Tiger
joint.
Balm.
Yeah.
I am Quan Lung.
Bang Loom Parfum.
Oda Lung.
What? So
all the questions done then.
who's
Here's
the
mine.
oldest then, Christian?
Did we
What?
answer the question?
No, not really.
No.
I've just
Jermaine, where's that picture? Where's that picture?
Oh,
Bring the picture
shit.
out.
Oh, fucking
Right.
Right.
Story time.
This will help us diagnose the
Story
answer.
time.
Yeah, so we've actually got a visual aid, Chapman, for this question. So my mum, about 3-4 years ago, thought, yeah, do you know what? Birthday present idea. Let's really get a highlight of Jermaine's sort of last year, Let's get it in like
I mean, this podcast was the highlight.
This was the highlight.
She
So
nailed it.
that's what my mum thought, clearly. So she got this printed, and I've never showed this because it's fucking embarrassing. It is. It's fucking embarrassing. So this is what my mum fucking got me for my birthday that year.
Oh my god.
How bad is that?
I mean, yeah, Thorburn, you look the same. AJ, you've aged a bit. No offense, mate.
Yeah, I have. I
Pull it
definitely
back
have.
a bit.
But to be fair, I did look like really young and weird in that one, I think.
You said it, bro.
Just
It's
looked
a boyish
odd.
look. It's a boyish
Yeah.
Jay-Z
boyish
looks
look.
the same, just more beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I
Jermaine.
look less like a thumb, so it's great.
I look
Jermaine,
like
you look super young there.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
look
you
like
do
I've
look
never
like
trained.
less of a thumb.
I mean, I was barely out of my teens, to be fair. But yeah.
Jermaine, you look like you're in a boy band there. Like one of those young boy bands.
Yeah, One Direction, something like that.
Love that.
hearsay.
No,
Sure.
onward.
I mean, Chapman, I don't know.
Can't even see Christian. Move it
I
over a bit.
look like I've gained 10 years.
You've just gained a lot of muscle in your face.
Yeah, thanks. Something like that.
Face, shoulders, neck, chest, everything. It's expanded.
Beard-
You actually
beard's
take
still
up the whole
immaculate.
screen now comparatively to 1/3 of the screen previously. Jack, you used to
Yeah.
love those Under Armour tops, man.
Yeah.
I used to love a fitted, mate. I had the
Yeah.
full range. The full
Proper
range.
fitted.
Fuck's sake.
And now
Used to
I'm
love
rolling around in a bed sheet of a gas top. So
It's bursting out the seams.
I think you might actually look younger now, Jack.
I actually think I do. Compared to that, yeah. But
Joe,
you can't-
it's the
can't really
Amish
see
beard, though,
Jack.
isn't it?
I think Joe looks younger now.
No.
Bro, when
No,
you're
no.
bald with in that one, I mean, you look
look
old.
I was
Right.
extremely ill at
Yeah.
the time. Bear in mind.
That's true.
You know,
That is true. You were on death's door a little bit.
But
Jermaine, the question is, where do you hang that up? Is it above your bed?
I mean, it's been in my wardrobe for the past 3 years. I've
Wow.
buried it, but do you know what? I might hang it up for you guys, and if I do, I'll obviously fucking let you boys see it. But it is It is fucking atrocious. I don't know why my mum chose that one frame from the entire like hour and a half recording.
I hope she got more than just that for your birthday. I'm fucking fuming, mate.
Just that.
It was a rough year. It was a rough year.
Perfect. Perfect birthday.
She got it on a mug and there's a poster. She got the trifecta. All three.
Fridge magnet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Key ring. Yep.
Key ring. It's in a little locket. Yeah.
Yeah.
So glad we put out a question box for everyone.
So again?
Did you not put a question box up?
So
AJ, put one out now. You've got the biggest reach. AJ, put one out now and see what you get.
have I got the biggest reach? Surely you've got the
Oh,
biggest
actually-
reach.
No. My reach is shit.
Yeah, but Christian, if you put one up, I think it would be like more funny questions.
Oh, can we all put one up?
Yeah, fuck it. We'll all put it.
Well, just pause it.
Intermission. Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Finn Kelly to respond to my shout out on the time, bro.
God. Not waiting for a response. Oh.
Scene.
Forgot we were recording there.
Yeah, we're still going.
Careful.
Somehow we've reached a new level of just
Joe's changed a bit.
unprofessionalism.
What's happened to Joe's
To be
changed.
fair, this is kind of the
still image.
chaos that I expected.
I've teleported.
I've put one out. Thorburn, I can't see you on your fucking phone, mate. Yeah, that's right.
Joe's gone to get a session.
The grind don't stop, mate.
He's doing a PT in the meantime. Yeah.
Yes.
Love that. Fucking hell.
Fuck me.
Gas Mark 12.
Gus Mark 14.
Right, I'm on a podcast with these fucking retards, and we've got no questions. Get them in ASAP. Any questions for these clowns? Because we're on a podcast and struggling balls. Come on.
Jack,
Do you know what?
I have to guess it's you because
This is a piss poor performance
Rubbish
from us.
stuff
I
out.
genuinely thought we'd get in more than half an hour before we ran out of shit to talk about.
Yeah, because
the
Jermaine,
issue- the
like,
issue
I don't
is
want
we-
to. I don't want to talk about what's happened in my life for the past 4 years. Like, I'm not going to just.
Right, I've got the first question.
Go on.
Biggest lesson learnt this year.
I was going to ask that to us all
But
anyway.
we've just started the
all
year.
right, mate.
In the past 2 weeks.
Master down below.
Are we talking about literally the last 2 weeks or within the last 12 months?
2023. Fuck's sake, damn tick.
I was going to say, don't do a 5K run on 23 minutes notice.
So
Yeah.
that's good. That.
Did you
It's
do
good
it
though.
in 23
Networking,
minutes?
Christian. Networking.
Or did you hurt yourself?
No, it was actually pretty good, to be honest.
All right, that's decent.
Yeah.
then.
So it
Yeah.
wasn't a repeat of you on the Stairmaster when we first met. You
No, it was not. Yeah, what a 6 a.m. fasted, sipping on an orange monster, throwing up all over Ultimate Fitness carpet. Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant.
Tremendous
That
start
was
to the day.
Right,
Getting better.
what's the biggest things we've learnt?
In the past year. Holy shit.
Take more risks. Basic bitch answer.
Says Mr. Spinal. Take more risks. But
more
train
risks.
abs.
So
Yeah.
what I actually learned this past year was I'm incredibly stubborn. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will take those risks even when
That's,
I'm
good. That's going on a
Yes,
t-shirt,
that's
Jermaine.
That's a good message.
Yeah.
That is a great t-shirt.
Progress.
Jack, any
Progress.
lessons
but
learned?
Paralysis. Brilliant.
Oh. Lessons learned.
That is the question, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Are we,
Uh,
we're back there, are we?
Repeat the question.
but it's not that entertaining, but similar to what Christian just pushed on me earlier just then, like in terms of the business aspect, I need to sort of put myself out there more. Like I know how much I know without blowing smoke, but no one else does. Especially when they look at reels of me training, because that's certainly not a selling point at the moment. So, but
What do you mean? What do you mean, Jack? That's the only reason I follow you.
It's selling the resilience of the
you're
prime
signing up
adapter.
to my coaching services. That's the thing. Yes, so
He's
putting things out there on the
he's
board.
been- you've been following Jermaine's tactic, haven't you? Being stubborn.
Yeah, do as I say, not as I do. That's the message for
Super
clients.
stubborn.
And then also, obviously, I touched upon it at the start of the podcast. I don't want to go into it too much, but also like not being stubborn and actually seeking help, because like I go to see osteopaths, physios all the time for physical health, but refuse for a very long time to ever get seen in terms of like mental health aspect. And it doesn't have to be whether you're struggling or not, but I think everyone can benefit from just having someone there to just vent or get stuff out there. So in terms of the past year, I've recently started, well, not recently, but in the past year, gone to like therapy, etc. And I think that's helped in all aspects of life, not just in terms of like my bodybuilding and stuff. So that's probably another lesson for me that I'm glad I sort of did.
Fucking A, mate. I second that.
Yeah, that's a great message.
Being present would be mine.
Sorry.
Yeah, being present, 100%.
Yeah, big lesson.
Yeah, just trying to be anyway. Because I think we can all agree.
That's a big thing. That's a big thing within bodybuilding. I don't think most of us are ever present, because it's always you're focused on the next sort of goal, and it's never especially like in a prep. I know obviously most of us, we've all gone through it, but you're never sort of present on the day to day. It's always like, when's the next show? When's this? So I think definitely being more present, that would be something I'd sort of agree with. Yeah. Chappers, come on, you haven't weighed in.
I'm gonna give a couple. One like serious, but I'll leave that to the end. Learn that I'm definitely more capable of anything I would have ever thought like possible, with like workload and stuff like that, and just being just like resilient to it, just keep going, because there was many weeks where I'd wake up and just think, I don't understand how I'm going to do this week, but I did it, so that's good. And last thing, I'm going to say it's deep or whatever, but like being happy is way more important than anything business wise, and actually being like comfortable in your own skin, and just like prioritizing yourself sometimes and not your business. Just because your business pays you your wage and all that sort of stuff, if you're not happy, that will also reflect in your business as well. And also just like, I'm way more honest than I've ever used to be. Like something that I'm not proud of in the past. Like I'm not always like 100% honest, but now I'm just like, if you don't like the truth, sorry, but I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Love it. Fucking A. Good answers.
Okay.
We got kind of deep there for a second.
Hold on. AJ.
Oh, shit.
Last. This is a difficult one. You've all said very good stuff.
That's a cop-out. You can't say that.
As a tangent to what you've already said about being present and all that kind of jazz, because I agree with all of that. I think my answer would be like just understanding that with every yes, there's a no. So like I've always kind of been a bit of a yes man, in the sense that I'd always say yes to a new opportunity or doing something, or whatever it may be. But that means that I say no to so many different things that impact me, whether it be just having half an hour to switch off in the evenings, or less stress in the mornings, or whatever it may be. I think I've just learned to say no a little bit more when I need to. And that's just made the quality of the stuff that I actually love to do way better. So yeah, I've kind of just got used to that a little bit more. I must say I'm still not great at it, but I'm better than I was in like 2022. That's for sure. So 23 was a good move forwards on that front.
See, it's interesting. I feel like I'm almost leaning to reverse with my answer, like take more chances. I'm almost wanting to be more of a yes man. I'm like trying to find that balance still at the minute. Like find that.
You've got to say yes quite a lot, but when you've said yes so many times, there'll be a point where you'll have to kind of step back a little bit and start saying some no's.
For sure.
Yeah.
Good shit. New questions. Any new questions?
I've got fucking loads.
All right.
My reach is shit.
Quick fire round. Custard creams or bourbons?
Is tea involved? Can we dunk?
Oh, just answer the question, you twat.
Custard cream.
Yeah, custard cream.
I would say custard cream.
There we go then.
If there's milk involved, I'm going bourbon.
Yeah, I'm bourbon all day.
Depends on tea or coffee.
Thorburn,
I
100%.
think,
Yeah.
for me.
Right, I've got a good one for the next one actually.
All right.
Oh, it gets better than that. Wow.
From Media by LSJ. Big Liam.
Love it.
So quick fire round. Best and worst things about each other.
Oh, Jesus.
Love it.
This is going to be strange because we all know different levels about each other, right?
Right, I'm going to start off. I'm going with Jack. He's got an absolute heart of gold. 100%. Like he's got a heart of gold.
Butter me up first. Come on, give me
yeah,
that.
I've got a heart of gold, but that's the best thing about you. You've got a heart of gold, and I could talk to you all day. I love it. That second one, you're just mental, bro.
Yeah.
Oh no, misunderstood. I would say.
Oh no, I'll take mental, mate. It's fine.
Sound.
Gonna get heated.
Can't wait. Oh dear. Right, I feel like are we going to go round in circle, or are we each going to say something random about?
Well, we're not each. One of us says something for another. We can't all do each other. You know?
Yeah.
Could try and do each other, you know, all at once. Just try to say everything all at once.
That's the thing. To be fair, I would have said what Chapman said about Jack. To be fair,
all right, fucking gang up on me. Fuck me. What about everyone else?
Bloody hell.
Guns all at once. Yeah.
Oh dear.
What am I going to say about Morris?
Oh Christ. Just hit me with the bad stuff first, and then the second can be the nice stuff. So I finish with some positivity.
I love how long this pause is. It's making it worse.
Surely we could get some like elevator music in the background between the pauses.
3 hours later.
Fucking hell, you might have to pause the podcast, you know.
I know.
But, no, without being like wet, like I don't really have a bad word to say about AJ. And also at the same time, like AJ, you are that you keep a lot in. You don't like put a lot out there, and like even to like friends like myself, you know, like I know, for example, you know, you're struggling now with this niggle at the moment, and I think even like that took even quite a while for you to tell me that. Like I wasn't aware of that for fucking months and months. Not that, you know, not something that you put out to everyone anyway, but so I could cop out completely here and say that maybe potentially and a negative would be that you keep a hell of a lot in, maybe.
I agree with that.
But not, and sometimes that might act as a positive. That might be a positive because you don't, you know, let your shit everywhere. Like I think sometimes I put too much out on like social media, for example. But even just talking to people in general, you know, maybe you don't open up to people enough potentially. I don't know that you know that, and that's me digging really deep to try and get something there, because like I said, I've got nothing but positive things to say about you. And then, you know, like in terms of a positive, you know, you're willing to help, your like willingness to help people is like second to none. And obviously I've experienced that secondhand, firsthand, I mean. So yeah, I'll say that. Like incredibly.
I'll second Jack there. Like AJ, like I want to know more about you.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want, and this is, bro, you post whatever the fuck you want on social media. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But sometimes I might not want to see you training, bro.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I want to see.
I think
I might want to see a physique update, bro. I need an evening wank, bro. Come on, get that physique update up, bro.
I know. I think
get that fucking cock out.
I spent
get
so
that
much
absolute fucking weapon out, bro.
Yeah. I spent so much time at the start of the social media for me, sharing so much, like everything, every single thing that happened in my life. You know, like a person actually, you know, I don't know if he'll mind me saying this, but a person that reminds me of me when I was his age is Josh Campbell, because I was literally like him. I was the guy that would post every single minute of my day on my story. And don't get me wrong, like it fucking works, because People know, like, and trust you a lot. But I think my only thing now is that there's certain aspects of my life that I actually genuinely just do not want to share. I don't want, like, that's just personal choice. I think that's the only thing that's like, I guess sometimes it is a slight fear of people's opinion, and I don't want their opinion. Which again, I can audit and I can just block that out. But I think when I've already got, and Christian, you'll know this anyway, but like when you've already got quite a few stresses in your day, the last thing I want is for me to get pissed off at someone's opinion as to what I'm doing in my day, or like opinion on my life, or opinion on the cars I drive, or whatever. Like I just get, I know I'd get irritable at those things because it used to piss me off a little bit when I was younger.
Well,
so I think I've just like
just
slowly audited more.
Just share it with us then. It's all right.
Yeah, true.
I expect to check.
I want to see a chicken and rice meal with no sauce on it. I want to see it.
Yeah, no.
I want to see check-in tomorrow morning. I'm going to send you a Loom video response.
Do you remember my like, if it fits your macros full day of eatings that I did, Jack, on like YouTube and shit? I used to have like ice cream, like, and oats as my last meal and stuff like that.
I used to absolutely love your stuff. When would it have been? 2014, 2015?
Jesus,
2015.
Some kid sent me a message on Instagram last night, and he screenshotted that last meal with like cart door and like oats with like M&Ms on it. And he was like, when is this version of AJ coming back? And I was like, oh, no. He's long gone. He's long gone. But
trading in the Take 5 leggings.
Yeah, the Take 5 leggings.
and every single color of them.
Yeah. Wow. Good times. But yeah, no, I get what you two guys mean 100%. And sometimes I do, because like a lot of the people, like Christian, I love following your shit. Jack, I follow all of your shit when you share a lot every day. So I like following it as a consumer of content.
Yeah.
It's just yeah, I guess I have my own bias towards not sharing it at the moment, but maybe that will change.
What I would say though about that is, because AJ, you mentioned like the cars you drive and stuff, people like potentially know. Like, I don't ever get anything negative, ever. And if I did, I'd just say,
you've never got a car geek that will comment on you should have got this, and or why did you get that interior?
I go, okay, well, are you paying for it, bruv? No.
Yeah. But I can't be bothered with those arguments. I'd be like, fuck off. Fuck off. Just deal with your own shit.
Why did you get it in primer grey, AJ? You're not painted it.
Is that paint to sample? Fuck off. Who cares?
Got ceramics on that, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something to say about Joe that's bad.
Don't flatter me. It's plenty of
to your testament, it's actually quite difficult.
This is good.
The social media great.
I would say for you, to be fair, this goes for everyone in this call, but you're someone who I look at in terms of how they conduct themselves, I'll look up to a lot. Just in terms of how you act, how you conduct yourself, how you can network. Because that's one of the things about you, like ever since I first met you when I was like, what, 19?
19, yeah.
Yeah, 19. I've always gone, oh, fuck, this guy's so good at just talking to people. Like just networking randomly with people. Which is like fucking awesome, because it means like you are now at this point one of the best connected people I think I know. Obviously, everyone in this call is, but Joe is also, you're just fucking well connected to people who I'm like sometimes I'll speak to someone, they're like, oh yeah, I know who Joe is. I'm like, what the hell?
I'm very fortunate to be surrounded by a lot of the people I am. And
that's
it's not.
Yeah, say that you've got yourself within that sort of circle. Or whatever.
Of course, I haven't been a dickhead, but
debatable at times.
Well, yeah, but only you get to see that side of me, mate. But no, I'm very, very fortunate to be blessed with the people that are around me. A lot of the people who have gone out of their way to help me when they haven't needed to, because I've provided nothing of value to them, realistically, except for an ear here or there, and obviously my small area of knowledge on certain things and whatever. So I'm very, very grateful to everyone here as well, and a lot of other people. And yeah, it's nice. One good thing about Jermaine is he was willing to take a chance when we first started this whole fucking thing. Because you were very, very like, I don't know, I'm prepping. Are people really going to want to care what we're saying?
Yeah, no, I think to be fair, and that is another, I mean, I could give something bad for myself there. I think very much initially, when we first started doing podcasts or anything social media wise, I used to constantly gaslight myself into going, why would anyone give a shit?
Yeah.
Why would anyone give a shit? You know, like
they don't at first, but they will afterwards.
Exactly. Know? Yeah. It's not something that like everyone else in this call knows. It's obviously not something that happens fucking overnight, is it? Like any sort of interaction engagement like that takes time. So yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Thorburn, roast me.
Yeah.
But you know, it's changed. But I think initially I was going to say, but maybe if I was sort of, because like I struggle to really find people that, what are you smiling at, Morris? Fuck off.
Here's the question, and here's Jack.
Because obviously, if I'm mates with people, quite often I'm not going to have that many bad things to say about them because I haven't got a massive circle, and I haven't got time to be wasting with people that are dickheads. But, you know, I live with one myself. But what I would say potentially is previously, you've done the opposite of what I said to AJ, and maybe put too much on socials. And I think maybe that was coming from the fact that the opposite to AJ's social media now is very business related. A lot of it's more himself and his business. Whereas you started your social media purely just posting you. And then now it's slowly become more business related. So I think maybe before you posted like maybe put too much out there on
I agree.
for the world to see. But not that I had an issue with it. But I think it might have maybe not created issues, but yeah.
It did. It not maybe it did.
All right, so I was kind of right then. And then in terms of positives, mate, like one of the easiest to get on with, nicest blokes I know. You get on with anyone, or everyone I know has never got anything. It's just always positives. I've never heard a bad word about him. So, and yeah.
It's nice. Well, I'm gonna lower the tone a little bit with the next question. From Mr. OPH Forbes, this one's Mr. Off. That time Jack Thorburn had left it that long for an off-plan meal. His last one was 1815 BC. Nah, bro, you fucking always at Five Guys at the moment.
I think during that podcast, the last one of us on here, I think that was at the time of my 19-month stint of not a single off plan. I think that's what he's referring to. 19 months
sin free.
That's why you grew the beard out, wasn't it? You wanted to be back in the past.
Yeah.
Medieval Thorburn.
Stuffing chocolate in there as well.
Yeah.
Cleaning it up for later.
Mustard and ketchup.
Oh yeah, of course.
200 grams of sauce.
Hell. Yeah,
I actually got one question, so that shows my reach is just abysmal. So he just asked, does your strength replicate yourself? Does your strength reflect in your physique? That's all he's asked. So I think he actually thinks that maybe it's a Q&A just to me, and he's maybe just having a dig as opposed to actually asking a question.
Answer it then, answer.
No.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. No, too. I think it's a no all round, to be honest.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I sometimes look at the weight I'm lifting like, man, why do I look this shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I looked better. But no.
Fucking hell.
Well, that's depressing. Someone also asked, who wins in go-karting? So I did get two questions.
Oh,
Christian.
No.
To be fair, we've got to take into account
Jack.
Weights. This is
No. Hold on. AJ, if people don't know.
Shit, yes, Formula 3.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
that's true. That is true.
But that is something we should organise because I'd love to just
That'd be
fucking
so fun.
I'd love to crash into the back
That
of
is
Jack.
a fucking-
I went a few months ago. And I definitely gave myself whiplash. Because I refused to slow down on this one corner, and I nearly flat out hit the rubbers, and it went under where the barrier is. The cart went underneath the barrier, and I fucking whacked it back, and I felt sick the whole evening afterwards.
Hey Jay, what do you weigh in pounds at the moment?
Just under 180, so I'm quite light right now.
Yeah, you'd have the big advantage.
I'd have a relatively decent advantage, yes. But that is something that we should do. We just will not go to team sport in Sheffield.
No,
because...
instead of karting, me and you should just go on a track there. Me and mine, you and yours.
That's a fucking.
Well, if there's a space, 3rd of March, 3rd of March at Donington, mate. Book
10th of March, mate.
3rd or 10th?
3rd.
10th. Is it 3rd?
It's the 3rd, yeah. It's the same day as the supercar driver meet up at Donington where they do like a massive picture and shit. It's the same day as that.
Oh fuck! I'm away. Shit.
Oh,
Cop out.
Hey, there's not many weekends where you're probably gonna be home anyway.
That's true.
That one at 180-pound body weight was too alarming for Christian. He's dropped out.
Yeah. The track day.
Another 12-pound loss this week, Christian.
Nah, stabilise for fuck's sake. Might just take more fat.
DMP in.
More DMP.
Well, how much do you
that's
weigh?
what you could do, to be fair, for the go-karting is just DMP yourself to oblivion.
Yeah,
and then you'll be
preps for the
probably
team.
160.
It's basically rocket fuel anyway. Yeah.
It is good. It is good.
Yeah. Let's not encourage that. No, people, don't do DMP. Let's not
take it. It's in dynamite. You're meant to take it.
Yeah.
Definitely not for go-karting, at least.
Energy.
Go-karting pro.
It's like a mushroom Super Mario Kart. It's fucking, yeah.
I've got another one that's just come in from Derek.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Guo.
Amongst all the athletes in the UK, who would you like to coach the most?
Oh, that's a great question. Well done to Derek.
Great question.
God damn it. I'll tell you mine is Jack Thorburn.
Such an easy person to coach, though. Realistically,
yeah. Because you
how?
Fucking, you tell me what to do, and I'm going to do it to the exact. Aside from maybe training, you ain't touching that.
Exactly.
Except for the 90% component, yeah.
Exactly. Apart from training, and apart from maybe the diet, because if you give me one diet, I'll just stick to that and then won't want to make any changes.
As long as I get my beef and veg in the morning, it's fine.
Yeah. Beef out, veg out. Won't follow the diet.
That's a question. Who in this call would each of us like to coach?
Shit.
I think the previous question was probably more optimal.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Because if I select one of you, it's gonna just. I think it's just gonna. I don't know. It's causing a panic.
It's called a ruckus, Jermaine. Is that what you want?
If we like me, I might inquire for coaching.
Yeah. Imagine you just tag me in one of your posing updates. Shock the system.
Are we suggesting that if we coach this person, they would do everything that we said?
Yeah, of course.
Or are we taking them on board with their previous attitudes?
No.
Okay, Robot. I've got my one. I've got my one.
AJ's got his one.
My hand's raised.
Oh, his hand's raised.
Kendall Richmond, 100%.
Mate, even with the rules we just stipulated, that twat's not following anything.
Oh my god. Oh, there's one of your reels.
That's
you can
good,
post this as a highlight for the podcast.
I appreciate that. Lawrence, when he goes through this, he's going to have a fucking right time of watching this. Right?
No, I'd like to coach him because every single time I see him prep, I'm like, why are you in the same position every single time? You've got so much muscle. You've got enough muscle to do really whatever you want. Perhaps he needs a bit of assistance now if he wants to go up in classic IFBB, yes. But he's always 8 to 6 weeks out when he should really be looking about. He's like 15 to 20 weeks out, really. And every single time he does the same thing, like posts on his stories that he's on the stairs in the morning, the stairs in the evening, and like eating nothing. And I'm like, just why repeat the same strategy? It's just, not getting you to the end result anyway. You're not getting 100% all the way there.
He knows best, AJ. He knows best. Remember.
Well, he is an IFBB pro, and I'm not. So yes, typically that is the way that people work these things out.
But he came out the womb. He came out the womb like that, though, didn't he? So.
But that's my one. Christian, what's yours? I'd be interested to know.
Don't know. I've been thinking like the first person. I'll say the first person that came to my mind, but I don't know if it's the actual answer. Hollingshead.
Yeah.
Because I always think there's more. There's more to come from that physique, like in terms of from a condition standpoint.
I
And
agree
it
with
annoys
that.
me. It doesn't.
Have you ever seen Hollingshead in person at a show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's a lot more impressive in person.
I then debate. Has he just got like really thick skin?
I think that's to me what I get the image of is that he's like, whenever I've seen him like all the way in like close to a show, he just looks like that's pretty much all that you can take off before it starts to probably look worse. At least that's the image that the understanding that I've also read from when Jordan's been talking about it as well. It's like there's a certain window of time where he tips over the edge and basically you just lose more fullness from body parts as opposed to bringing what you'd expect to be more like, I don't know, lines, detail, more cuts in the glutes, whatever it means. So perhaps it's one of those physiques, which you'd think maybe would mature with time. But
I always think he's got a look of someone who could have that just ridiculously grainy look, though. It's just that type of physique where I feel like you typically see that upper echelon sort of conditioning where it's just like freaky, like granite, like grainy look.
I do think the stage tan fucks him up a lot of the time.
That's true. That's true.
He's using Melanotan now, though, isn't he? Because he's looking well tanned. He's looking well tanned.
He's changed race, mate.
Yeah. I've never seen him like that.
No, I would go for Jack Eagles.
Good shout.
That probably would have been my pick, to be fair. Yeah.
Good shout.
Just for longevity purposes.
AJ, he trains a bit earlier, but have you ever seen him in person, like at the gym?
I've not seen him with this kit off. No.
Posing wise.
No, but apparently he's mind-blowingly good.
It's insane. Like, obviously, he looks phenomenal on social media, but in person, it's ridiculous.
Even looks good in a pair of shorts. His calves are fucking wild.
The only thing I will say is he's got like classic aspirations, and he wants to stay in classic. Okay. If that boy like took the reins off and actually wanted to go bodybuilding, he would be insane.
Do you think? Hasn't he got like quite a few issues with training at the moment though, with injuries and niggles?
Yeah, that's come very recently though. Very recently.
Shit. The past few times I've seen him in the gym, I've seen a look of frustration quite a few times, which I can relate to a lot, and that would pain me to see someone like him obviously be having those obstacles at this stage, because that does suck a lot when you've got so much potential.
But again, if he does choose to go the classic route, might not have to force his way there, which could help him out a lot.
I mean, he's how old? 22?
21.
21? So he's got fucking... I mean, we'll see. Like, who knows what the timeline is on that physique.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Mental, fam.
I will say, even though I think he's stopped bodybuilding now and he's doing the typical transition to hybrid or all that shit. Younger lads, Kaya Youssef. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Genuinely pisses me off. How can he be that good and come that fat?
He's, in terms of potential and talent, he is very, very good, but never brought it. And like, I don't want to, obviously I don't know him personally, so I don't want to talk negatively about him, but almost AJ comes across as another Kendall Richmond to a degree. So
I remember from a personal experience, because I was with Jace at the time, and Jace knew it was show day, and he was like, he's not in shape. I've tried what I can. And he came over to Jace in front of me and asked if he could have a muffin. And I'm like, what, just living in a dream world. But he also got semi-rewarded. I was just like, it's just so
But that's always the problem when things come very easy to you in terms of like physique development stuff. You don't know.
Look at someone like again. I don't care that I'm shouting someone out, but Brandon Harding, he's got the most unbelievable genetics in the world. Have you ever seen a prep where he hasn't cheated on his diet?
Yeah.
And then has to make a YouTube video about it.
And normalizes it on YouTube, and like, welcomes everyone to join in on his weakness. Like, come on, like,
do you remember?
That's just fucking annoying.
AJ, you'll probably remember this. Do you remember when in 2019 I trained with him?
Yeah,
it was me and Tim.
I've trained with him once as well.
Yeah, and it was odd because I remember the conversation from the time where I said, "Oh, like we trained with him, we did X amount of stuff." I was like, what he was doing was wildly different. So obviously what I was doing at the time in terms of intensity level. And I remember you just going, yeah, well, genetics. Like, that's just the way it is. Like, some people can train.
I think I remember him training with you, AJ, and he just left, didn't he?
He did. We got to hacks. We did adductor, extension, one set of hacks, got a headache, went home.
That would probably be me, to be fair.
Shut up. No, it wouldn't.
Joking.
Wow.
To be fair, I've done a few leg sessions with Side Fan, and that's just awful.
Well, you won't be leaving with a headache. You'll be leaving with a full-on fucking blood clot or something.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What about AJ? What about did you see when Rich Gozdecki trained with one of his friends who wasn't,
and he almost killed him?
He literally nearly killed him. Give him rhabdo.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because this guy hadn't trained for a few weeks, months. He'd been out with an injury or whatever. Came back, decided to jump on a leg session with Rich Gozdecki, who's one of the maddest fuckers going.
You don't want to do that when you're at full health.
And he
He nearly
died.
Yeah, it's the worst. It was the worst session I've ever experienced. The only other one that goes alongside that is the one that I did with Ben Howard, and it's the exact same style of training. It's not. There is no thought process whatsoever. It's just as much as you can do until you're not functioning as a human at all from head to toe. I couldn't walk for about 9 days, 10 days.
Did you ever train with Side, AJ?
No, to be fair, I was always tempted to ask him, but I was also tempted to not.
Honestly,
I knew how much that would write me off.
It fucked me up, man. My legs were like, it got to a point, we're on third exercise, we're still doing isolations, but I've done 4,000 reps by that point. And I'm just like, I need to think of an excuse of how to get out of here at the moment, because I'm not in a good way. And I know that I've got about 5 compounds waiting for me.
That is on my list of people to train with, to be fair, this year.
It was like, right, we're going to leg press now for all these last. It's like, yeah, sounds, just fucking loaded the fucker up. All your warm-ups are 15 fucking reps. I'm like, oh, Jesus. And then it was hack. Then it was pendulum. Then he wanted to do Smith squat. And then like barbell squat.
All the squat variations.
Like, what is wrong with you?
You don't choose which squat you do on the day. You do all of them.
You do all.
The rep lasts
I'm
5,000.
Yeah. I mean, the first time I saw him train legs, when I wasn't training with him, he was barbell squatting like 5 plates aside for reps.
Yeah.
And I said,
beautiful squat as well.
Yeah. I was like, you just starting? He's like, nah, about 3 hours in. I'm like,
yeah.
So what exercise is this? And you're like 11th.
Yeah. And he's 50 years old.
Yeah.
Wild.
And I was like, you ever had injuries? No, never been injured. Nothing.
No.
He's also seriously strong as well. Like when he puts compounds further up the order, I've not seen many people, apart from him and Dean when they were training together a little bit. Like I've not seen many people. Those are the first people I ever saw do like fucking wild shit on the hack on Cybex, because they had like the plate extender, pin extender out on the Cybex, which you very rarely see people use pin extenders on a fucking Cybex hack. So yeah, they were nuts. But good to watch. Not so cool to join in on.
I know. Someone else who I used to see at Ultimate Fitness all the time do hectic shit was Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky.
Oh yeah.
His knees are paying for it now.
I bet they are.
I think he's trying to keep up with Sai, wasn't he, most of the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy though. Some of the shit he's pulled off the floor.
He was a good puller, right?
Yeah. Really good. Still is. He's still pulling like 300, isn't he?
And the rest.
Yeah.
Do you remember if did he pull 350, Christian?
I don't know.
I think he pulled 350 or 340 a couple of weeks ago.
Bearing in mind, he's like, what, 6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah.
It's strong.
Bonkers.
Yeah.
Crazy. Any other questions we've got through?
No, I just checked. I haven't got any. I had one bit that bodybuilding related. I'm not asking it.
I've got
Boo.
one car related that doesn't.
Nah.
I've got a
Yeah.
car related.
Oh, this is an
Okay,
interesting one. Interesting one for completely out left field. Wellness girly tips I've got. And that is from my girlfriend, who is actually interested in potentially competing at some point.
Don't
Oh,
listen
right. So it's
to
a
half
serious
the-
question.
Yeah, this is
don't
actually a
listen to half the
somewhat
wealth of
serious
people that are
question.
speaking about it. That's your one thing.
Sorry,
Say it.
Kristen, you cut out then.
Yeah, don't listen to half the people that are preaching about wellness at the moment.
Interesting.
Yeah. Don't take advice from people that are born into phenomenal legs. Yeah.
That goes for almost anything though, doesn't it?
Is she
cross.
looking to do wellness naturally or assisted or?
This is going to be down the pipeline. It's not
okay.
even. We've not even sort of mapped out if she will compete in any sort of stretch of time. But I've basically, we've just sorted out a split for her essentially and actually put her in a growing phase because she has never obviously had aspirations of competing.
Yeah.
Obviously, and I did ask her, obviously, when she brought it up to me, I was like, okay, why are you asking? Like, are you doing it because you like the idea of it, because you've been around me or around the sort of industry in the past year or two while we've been together, or is it because you actually want to do it? And she seems actually genuinely like she will potentially follow through with it in future.
Awesome.
Obviously, I said to her, right, let's actually put you in a growing phase because let's be honest, if you can't go through the process of growing with any sort of consistency, you're not going to be able to go through a contest prep. That's just generally my opinion. I don't see her being able to actually go through any stretch of time dieting, having never done it before, without being able to be consistent when everything's moving well and training's feeling good and you're not tired and all the rest of it. So we'll see how she gets on. But that could be maybe 2026, maybe timeline wise. I could see it potentially.
Yeah, the only reason why I asked the natural assisted question is just because the UKDFA just added like wellness to setup.
So yeah, I think that's what she'd probably be looking at. To be fair,
That's cool. I think it's actually a smart addition. I'm not sure whether the other people in the school would agree, but I think it's a smart addition because I think there's a lot of naturals that kind of suit that look a little more.
Oh, 100%. I think because I was talking again with her about obviously women's divisions, and she's been and watched a few shows. I was talking to you, Joe, about it as well, where she's, with all due respect to bikini, she's looked at bikini immediately and gone, this does not appeal to me.
Right. Yeah.
Immediately. But then obviously the margin between bikini and figure is fucking huge.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Absolutely massive. So that bridging of the gap makes the most sense for her, and if there's more opportunities for it and anyone else who wants to get into it, like as a woman who wants to compete, then fucking A, that's great.
And like, if you look at last year, there are actually some girls that competed in enhanced federations that I know are natural, and they looked very, very good.
Yeah.
There's a girl, Paige, can't remember her last name. She's a natural girl, and she looked incredible. So she did very well in. I think she won PCA shows, and she's young as well. It's definitely not something that you like have to be enhanced to do. So it will be very interesting to see what the sort of standard is within the sort of natural federations as well.
For sure. That's going to be something I'm going to obviously keep an eye on a bit more now. Not that I've typically, like, obviously I've watched women divisions compete when I have watched competitions, but that's going to be something I'll keep an eye out for a lot more going into this year. Just seeing what there is in terms of the class. But yeah, no, fucking A.
Does anybody have a final message to the fans?
To the folks at home.
Tuning in.
A departing statement from each of us, I think, would be very fitting.
All right.
AJ.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Smile.
See you in fucking 3-4 years' time.
That's it. Is that the move? We're going to do it every every 3
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Try podcast.
Take care.
Take care.
Love you, bye.
Live,
Help people what's good.
love. That'll do.
All right, Bob Marley.
Live what? Live what? Live
Live-
hard, love.
Live, laugh.
Live hard, love hard.
On that note, thank you guys for watching and listening. Catch you guys later.
No,
Yeah.
Jack.
Yeah, get your top off.
Go on, get it off.
I'm too milky at the moment. It'll blind the screen.
Love that. Wait, what have you got there? What was that, Jack?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking A.
Give us a rolling. Give us a rolling. Most muscular. There we go. Hey, bringing back the 80s.
Look, we need a petition to get that in an enhanced federation pose down. We need to tip someone off to do it. Christian, you're not aware of this, but it's an old school natural bodybuilding most muscular, and they pull the Valsalva, so they hold their breath. And they do this. So, Christian, please, when you have a client in a PCA overalls pose down,
Do
tip
it.
him
I
off.
already know a couple of people that I could get to genuinely do that.
The roller.
Excellent.
Yeah,
I'll cry if I see it.
I'll get someone to do it. Don't worry.
Yes.
Great.
Right, let's
Tremendous.
actually end this fucking podcast. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Right. Catch you folks.
Oh, it's still recording. Oh shit.
Yes, bro. I'm
Yeah.
not I was about to cut off the camera, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, let's do the most muscular." So I'll actually end the camera now. Cheers.
See you in
folks.
4 years.